Hello, I am Ava Evans, and today my presentation is on the biology behind and of fear. And before I get into it, I want to say that I picked the biology of fear because it's one of the main relatable emotions that everyone has felt at some point or experienced. And I really just thought it would be interesting to explain and go further with the science behind it. So, table of contents. Number one, what is fear? Number two, how is fear processed? Number three, what is the purpose of fear? Number four, types of fear. And number five, fear in animals and my conclusion. Introduction. In today's presentation, I will be talking about the biology of fear. Fear is a very powerful emotion experienced by both humans and animals. By understanding the science behind fear, we can see how this emotion helps us survive and adapt. What is fear? What is fear? Biologically, fear is a response triggered by a part in the brain that prepares the human body for a threat. Another part of the brain also activates that flight or fight response, and I think that's a term that's heard often as well. Psychologically, fear is a mental and emotional reaction to something that we feel may harm us. It can involve both thoughts and memories. On a psychologically level, fear is how our mind interprets a threat. How is fear processed? So, to start off with, fear is processed through parts in the brain. The amygdala in the brain is the fear center in the brain and decides whether or not something is dangerous. The hypothalamus activates body response, and the prefrontal cortex evaluates a threat. And this right here is pretty much a visual representation of what I just said and where these parts in the brain are located. And also our senses. Senses, such as our eyes and ears, can notice that something may be dangerous, like a sudden movement or a loud noise. How the nervous system creates responses. Sensory input. Your senses send information to the brain through neurons. Brain interpretation. The brain analyzes different information. Motor responses. Nervous system sends signals through motor neurons to your muscles. You will possibly run, jump, scream, or maybe even freeze. And then going back to that flight or fight response, here's another visual representation and physical indications of that response. So this says dilate pupils, trembling, rapid heartbeat and breathing, and pale or flushed skin. Number three, what is the purpose of fear? The primary purpose of fear is survival and preparing the body and mind to react to danger. Fear keeps us cautious and alert and ready to respond to any threats that surround us. Fear also strengthens memory and shapes our decision making and behavior as it influences how we choose to protect yourself. That should probably say ourselves. To protect ourselves or yourself. And once we experience fear, our brain remembers it, so we are less likely to repeat dangerous behaviors. Number four, types of fear. So here we have three types of fear. The first one is immediate fear. And immediate fear is real and physical danger slash fear. The biology behind this is the amygdala reacts instantly, so immediately. Number two, we have learned fear. Learned fear consists of phobias and traumatic experiences. and the biology behind it, the hippocampus oops, stores memories. And social fear. Social fear is related to be judged, rejected, or embarrassed. The biology behind it activates same stress pathways as physical danger. Number 5, fear in animals and conclusion. Fear in animals. So to start off with, fear in animals is detection. Animals rely strongly on their senses to spot and detect threats. So that's probably often using their nose to sniff out certain scents of other animals or prey, or animals that are most likely preying on them, or probably even using certain sight abilities that the animal may have. Brain structures. Just like humans, animals use their brain structures to process and react to fear. Types of fear. Also, just like humans, animals can develop different type of long-term fears. And evolutionary purposes. Animals use fear to evolutionize and increase their chances of survival. And my conclusion. Overall, fear is more than an emotion. It is a biological response that keeps both humans and animals safe. Fear involves brain structures and senses that work along with the nervous system to prepare us for any danger coming our way. Even through the different types of fear, fully understanding why we react the way we do and how this instinct has an impact on our survival shows fear's true purpose. So, once again, like I said, my inspiration behind this was just to show how a relatable emotion has a lot more science behind it than people may think. Um, and then one of my main prime inspirations to do this was really just me being scared of scary movies. Um, I'm not a big fan of scary movies. I really don't like being scared at all. I don't think anyone does. But due to that, it also made me want to know what's the science behind it. Because even though it's not real in a sense and it's like a screen, what's the science behind it? Why, at the end of the day, am I still scared? So that concludes and wraps up my biology of fear.